Hi there, my name's Robert Ulf from Pennington's. I've been in lettings and sales for over 20 years and sales and lettings MD at Pennington's for approximately 8 years. First we'll go straight into some of our slides. Second slide, sorry. I'm an ALA representative for Suffolk, Norfolk and Cambridgeshire. And we are also setting a new standard in letting agents, being a licensed agent. We can only recommend you use a licensed agent, and we're going to go over a few reasons why to only use a licensed agent. Okay, on the slide here we said ALA offers and promotes appropriate qualifications required to keep you up to date with the development in the market and the ever-changing legislation. There's been a lot of legislation change recently. We've had EPCs, we've had gas safety inspections, and the most recent one is having to look to re-register deposits after fixed-term contracts. That was after the super strike ruling. Come and speak to me after if you don't know about the super strike ruling. It's quite an in-depth thing, not something for today's meeting, but it's something that you need to be made aware of if you've got properties and you've registered the deposits and now they're in periodic term. The licensed agents have to run a client money protection scheme. If a company goes down the pan, your money is protected with a licensed ALA agent. If they're not a licensed ALA agent, there's a possibility that they haven't registered any of the deposits, and so therefore it's not protected. If an ALA agent goes down the pan, the money is protected and you will get it back. With an unregulated agent, you won't, and it has happened in Ipswich. It's happened in Colchester in recent times as well, and that's something to be very, very cautious of. Our licensed agents have to have a professional indemnity insurance. We've got indemnity insurance just in case anything happens. We're protected and obviously can protect our clients with it as well. We always follow best practice. There's rules and regulations with ALA. We have to follow those to a letter, and if we don't, there are problems. So at the end of the day, it's best to always make sure that you follow best practice. There's no way you're going to make any mistakes. Providing landlords and tenants with a high quality advice, guidance, and service. Obviously, that's what we do. But you always find with an ALA agent, a licensed ALA agent, you are going to be dealing with the pinnacle of our profession. We're trained for a reason, and that means is that we should be able to give you good advice and the correct advice. Our licensed agents also provide all customers with a route to redress if needed. Obviously, if you make a mistake, and you've got somebody else that you can go to, it's the property ombudsman that we use, and they're there for any particular complaints that you might have regarding an agency. And as a licensed ALA agent, you have to be part of this scheme. The next slide is this little campaign that ALA did, and I actually did in the East Anglian Daily Times. You wouldn't use a unlicensed doctor, so why would you use an unlicensed agent? I tried to get it out to people that you wouldn't use an unlicensed doctor, you wouldn't use an unlicensed vet, you wouldn't use a mechanic who didn't know what he was doing. But time and time again you come across people who don't use ALA and they don't use licensed agents, and we're trying to stamp that out. At some point I'd like to find out that there are no unlicensed agents in town, because it would be a better place for all landlords and tenants. Okay, we're just going to go on to our 25th anniversary this year. Pennington's have been open for 25 years. Some of our clients have been through the through all those times. And also during those years, we've picked up, and this is more recently than because they weren't about. We've been picking up awards as well. There's Karen Brady there with ourselves with one of our awards. There's another award we had from the Esters Association of Residential Letting Agents. And we won a recent award, Silver Award, in the Times 2013 awards for best letting agent, small letting agent in East Anglia, East of England as well. So we've got quite a few awards under our belt, and we hope to get more. We're just in the 2014, and we're top 10 agent of the 2014 Esther Awards as well. So we're hoping for a top 3 position there. So what can we do for you? Well, Pennington's obviously do a lot of different services, and you know, I'm here not to just talk about buying, selling, letting and renting, but we can also help with the buy-to-let advice as well. So buy-to-let advice, the slide here just goes over a few of the things that we do that not all agents do. Let's make this clear, they don't do all of these, we can. What to purchase, house, flat and the area, very important. Rental yields prior to purchase, we do those all for you. Assisting with marketing, making offers, to estate agents and owners. Some people don't like doing it. I've done it for 20 odd years. I have no problems in getting a potential purchase at the best price. Like all these programs on TV, they sit there and they help buyers sort of buy properties at the right price. That's what we can do as well. Helping with solicitors' costs. We have a package on our Invest and Let that includes solicitors' costs. So you don't have to worry about those. You know what your cost is going to be at the start. There are disbursements which we aren't aware of, which aren't included. Yeah, you get that included in the package. Finding the tenants, obviously an important part. Once you've purchased the property, finding the right tenants, because you don't want to find the wrong tenant, because that's, you know, completely destroys your investment if you get a tenant who doesn't pay the rent. Choose a management package. We have 3 management packages: full management, rent collection and letting only, and we can help you choose the one that's best suits you. And then just to also say that, you know, if there are problems or you're a little bit nervous about the first let, then there are rental guarantee packages that you can take out that we can help with, that will protect the rent if there is any problems. So let's go over just a little scenario of a property that's currently on the market with ourselves in Woodbridge Road. It's a 2-bedroom terrace house on for £135,000, and we'll just work out how I would look at the gross yield on this particular property, just so we know that yes, this is the right property for you and the one to buy. So I felt it was worth £575 per calendar month. We times that by 12, you can £6,900 for the year. We divide that by the sale price. Obviously, we've just looked for purpose £135,000. That will get a figure, and we times that by 100 to get your yield, your gross yield, which on this property is 5.11%. We try and look over 5. 5% is really what the mark you need to be looking at. So you can do this sort of calculation and yourself once we've given you the price that we feel we can achieve for it. Yeah, you've got to be looking 5% plus really, and they're still out there. Apartments are slightly better returns, or they look like it on paper, but there's service charges, ground rents, all things like that you have to consider as well. So we are not the same agent as others. There are points of differences which I'd like to explain before we go. Self-referencing. What does that mean? Well, we credit check all tenants. We also write away to previous landlords and employers. All of these come over to you to check and sign off before we move anybody in. We don't just use a full reference agency to put a tick in a box like a lot of other agents do. And our landlords like it. You know, they say out of the service, that's kind of what they like. They like to see something tangible and that they've got and know the tenants a little bit more. There are problems with other companies who don't do them. You know, don't do references. They might say they do, but they actually do. I've seen it. We also take over management of existing portfolios. We're doing a lot of this at the moment. So if you decide you don't want to do it anymore, or you just prefer and you like to look to change agents, usually we can save you money and on your commissions. And a lot of our landlords who've done that say they've actually done a better job than the previous agent as well. So double bonus. We also do full inventories on all our properties and interim inspections. These are all done on our latest software, on iPads, and with loads of colour photographs and descriptions of the properties. We also carry out final inspections once tenants leave and make sure the property is ready for the next tenants. That's very important. We use our inventories to do that. But above all else, we care about property and their owners, and we always strive to go the extra mile to impress. So, if you'd like a brochure or a further chat, please come and see me or Julian at the end of the meeting will be about, and to have a chat about it, especially about the invest and let scheme that we do. We'll have to have a discovery meeting and we can arrange that and go over in a bit more detail about what we do. So, thanks very much and thanks for listening. Bye bye now.